Got tremendous speed and fitness.
As always, the face-off matchup will be super important. Andy Corno for Philadelphia, Anthony Kelly for LA. The Riptide in the white, Philadelphia in the orange. This is Major League Lacrosse, the NBZIP Championship game on ESPN, presented by the U.S.
Donnelly, and no double team was there. So a smart move by Ryan Boyle. LA's defense after that reset, I thought, was too spread out.
Quint, there's not a lot of past history between these two teams, East and West, LA and Philadelphia. Just one prior get-together. As the Riptide work offensively, good defense there by Bobby Horsey, and Brian Doherty will leave the crease to ignite the clear. A bad pass. This should be easy work for Watson, and it is.
Faulty turnover by Doherty.
Michael Watson, who's had dramatic game winners for LA in each of their last two games, the end of the regular season and in yesterday's semifinal. Illegal procedure against the Riptide, giving the ball to Philadelphia in the orange. We're just getting started. Joe Beninati along with Quint.
Semifinal game, a strong one yesterday.
Andy Corno pops the ensuing face-off. Corno going right to the cooker, where he ran into the rookie defender, Mitch Belisle, the youngest man on the field. 21 years of age, the rookie out of Cornell.
Prosner. I think Prosner's a big X factor for Philly, because you know the guys like Struble Boyle and Roy Colzier can produce. But if they can get Prosner on track, they can get to 14 or 15 goals, and that's what they're going to need to beat LA. Reardon's been scoring goals for decades.
4 different hat tricks during the regular season and 3 more tallies in yesterday's win. Corno continues to have the upper hand at the X for Philadelphia, and it was Tony Resch telling us just this morning, as Corno heated up later in the regular season, so did Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's going to add up. You know, right now, Philly's down by 1, but time.
All goes back to the face-off X and Andy Corno, who has a way of winning those draws.
He's the turf troll. He's built low to the ground. Excellent strength with his hands. He's built kind of like a wrestler, a guy who could wrestle maybe heavyweight at the collegiate ranks. And he's got some skills as well. Banged a goal in Washington against the Bayhawks.
Big shoes to fill, too, because last year it was Paul Cantabene who won 27 times. You mentioned Yorktown High. You think Colsey, Seglia, and Kuzma, all from that tradition-rich high school program. We are in Rochester, New York, at Paytech Park, the host venue for the NBZIP Championship game on ESPN, presented by the U.S. Marine Corps. 4-3 for the defending champs, the Philly Barrage in the orange.
Colsey's about as intense as it gets. I can remember early in his Major League Lacrosse career when this Philadelphia franchise was in Connecticut. Emotional turnaround for Philadelphia.
Quint, that has to be a candidate for goal of the year, as extraordinary as that was, and it gives Philadelphia the 2-point cushion.
But
hi, Quint, how are you? After you get hit in that spot.
You know, there's not much you can do there. Same in hockey.
Able to shake it off, however, as Anthony Kelly wins the opening draw in the second quarter. Joe Beninati with a breathtaking performance last summer in the championship final. Philadelphia crushed Denver, and Colsey, all he did was score 6 goals and produce 10 points. He's got 2 tallies today. Cassis thinking about a 2, high and wide of Jarbo. So the Barrage in the midst of a run. Woodson has just scored to make it 6-4. Talk about the success of Los Angeles and Denver. A bold move to expand out west.
Well, I'll tell you what, first of all, with Denver, you know, we have Pat Bowen and the Denver Broncos. LA, we have Phil Anschutz, Tim Leiweke. Great owner-operators.
For decades.
And this is what we should mention, that he has a 4-year hiatus away from Major League Lacrosse. He comes back this summer. Does he look any different to you, Q?
No, he looks the same. You know, what he does well that I don't think we give him credit for is he gets open inside. And even when he's covered, because of his wingspan, Spencer Ford has made a living of putting it to space. Terry's a great catcher of the ball. And he's just got a good sense for where he should be off the ball, okay? So many shooters get credit for their shooting program.
Just a tremendous athlete. Played soccer at Princeton during his amateur days. Working professionally in Major League Lacrosse. This is the NBZIP Championship game. Philadelphia in the orange, LA in the white, in a real good one. 7-6 for the defending champs, who are getting another good section. Him low scoring, just 2 goals during the regular season, but he doesn't get stage fright on championship day. He scored in the win last summer, and he's got one today to give Philadelphia the 2-point lead.
You know, that's a subtle advantage for Philly in this game, as the experience. Last year, just slicing and dicing through Denver, 23-12. Seconds to go, all of a sudden, the lead is extended.
The defending champs just have a way with those timely tallies, and that one improves their lead to up.
Well, he's going to have to get fired up right now. The Navy pilot, he's a helicopter pilot. Actually, it trains other youngsters out of flight school on how to fly helicopters.
Opening draw, fast break time for the Barrage, and it was short-circuited by DJ Driscoll. Joe Beninati, Quint Kesnick with you as we continue on with this championship game from
great games. There was some who questioned, could he fit into the MLL? Did he fit into the system? Well, in LA, J.J. Morrissey is the system.
J.J. Morrissey in his second season, Quint, in the big leagues, a history teacher in Massachusetts. In Major League Lacrosse history, more and more Division III players are rising to the forefront. Back to the X on the draw. A face-off that was controlled there by Chris Pazanka, flagged down. Corno came up, then he got level.
Well, here's the deal about the basically the mathematics of lacrosse right now. The Division I level, due to Title IX, is not growing. And so just a perfect example of how your accuracy, and that's what you want to work on against the wall or in your backyard, in your goal, against your goal.
Goldberg with a hat trick. He used to be the best offensive player at Yale University, and he has been a wonderful increase to the Philadelphia offensive attack.
Corner and looks cross field, the far side, like in soccer, exit out the far side, use the crossing pass.
Anthony Kelly using his muscle to try and overpower Andy Corno. Look at that battle at the face-off X. This is going to be withholding, and it's going to be LA ball. Philadelphia has the lead by 3. This is quarter number 3. Ryan Boyle with 2 goals and an assist this afternoon. We need to step away. Tony Resch barking out encouragement to his charges. Stay with us, plenty more to come.
Ground balls win games.
Ryan Doherty's team's going to be a man short. Joe Seglia sent to the penalty box. A minute for the slash, so Los Angeles has a chance to draw near University in Baltimore. Back in the mid-90s, he was the player of the year in college lacrosse. This is Major League Lacrosse today. Reardon has bagged another postseason hat trick. Along with Quint Kesnick, I'm Joe Beninati. A tip of the cap and thanks to all the men and women in our crew working in Rochester today. We have a real good one shaping up. 11-10 for Philly.
Terry Reardon's a guy who lives in LA. He's working in New York City right now on Broadway, a play called The Ritz, where he plays a private detective. He said about the whole audition process, I didn't fly 3,000.
Doherty, if you missed it at the top of the telecast, we told you Ryan was nicked a couple of different times yesterday in the semifinals, the most pressing of which was that head injury. He missed time in the semis. He's missed time already today. He took a shot in the midsection, lower abdomen, if you will, and has now given the crease up again to Kevin Keenan.
And Boyle did.
And can the understudy lead the Barrage to the defense of its title? That was Kevin Keenan. Between the pipes at the start of the 4th quarter, Brian Doherty is still receiving treatment on the Barrage bench. It's the second time today that he has come out of the game.
LA calls timeout as you look at Doc on the come out of the cross of Chaz Woodson.
This Riptide squad, as there's an illegal procedure against Andy Corno off the draw. This Riptide team,
even offensive midfielder in the country because of his versatilities, right-handed, left-handed, and can pass the rock.
7th-year pro Matt Strebel, former freestyle champion during the All-Star festivities, gets his first of the day.
13 apiece.
Chris Pazanka, who played in the season opener and then nothing else after that, due to his military obligations, wins another draw for the Riptide.
Well, he's fresh. Yesterday he only took 8 draws. He won 2 of 8 face-offs. As the
among the top 5 midfielders in the business in terms of total points, this will be a power play opportunity.
Greg Downing in the box, slashing Strebel as that goal was being scored. Make it take an opportunity now for Philly.
Wing play, a win of the draw for Horsey. Philadelphia in the orange has the advantage by 1 with 5.5 to go. Ellen Trust. Anthony Kelly to dig in there against Andy Corno. Another stalemate. Corno pops it out of there. J.J. Morrissey with all that hustle, battling against Cassis. Sweeney is a vacuum on the ground ball, but he allows Cassis to come up with it. And now Philadelphia with possession will ask for time to strategize how
for LA to creep their way back in this ball game.
Brian Doherty back between the pipes during this this summer. He's been tough to beat from long range. Woodson wandering inside. The trail check of Moyer ripped him off.